Every one of our lives is comprised of many uniquely personal experiences. But how we allow those experiences to shape us and to define our lives, well, that's largely up to us. When I was growing up, I was the second of 6 children. Grew up in an old farmhouse in northern New Hampshire, a bit south of the Canadian border, and just a few miles from where the highest winds ever recorded on Earth were recorded, and just a bit north, actually, of where the U.S. government maintains the cold weather testing laboratory. Pretty brutal little part of the world, quite frankly. 6:30 in the morning, and I'm standing in the kitchen with my mother. She's the only other person who's awake at that hour, as she is every day at that hour. We have no central heat in our home, and she gets up every morning at 5:30 to light the fire in the wood stove. I can still see my breath as the heat from the stove hasn't even begun to really dissipate the biting chill that's in the air. My mother says to me, "Matt, your father and I, we don't really care exactly what it is that you do for a career. What we do care about is this, that you make sure that at the end of every day, you give back more than you take." I've never forgotten that moment. I've never forgotten those words. They've served as a challenge to me my entire life. They've served as a mantra by which I've attempted to live my life. I ask you now, as the leader of your own company, as somebody who's on your A game, you've gotten to the top of the pile. You are a success as the world would define it from any number of standpoints. You've got skills and abilities that 99% of the rest of the world can't even conceive of. You've been given opportunities that 99% of the world will never be given. So within your sphere of influence, in your family, in your company, in your community, in your country, in the world, what is it that you can do personally to give back more than you take? It's not as simple as just writing a check. Let's be honest, for somebody like you, with the skills that you have, the abilities and the influence, that's a bit of a cop-out. What can you personally do to do more than that? I challenge you not just to think about it. I dare you, I double dog dare you, to do it. Change your world by giving back more than you take.